Cycle 15. Careful, intern. You'll rock my tank. I've sprained my entire body. Slightest motion causes unbearable agony. Simply unbearable. Give Bolster's tank a shake. Just a little one. You pulled your entire body? Practicing my old shapes routines. Nothing I haven't done countless times before. This time I tripped, bashed myself against the side of my tank while holding a strenuous shape. Triple helix, if you must know. Rock the tank. How did you trip? The most difficult moment of the move. My focus needed to be absolute, and a horrible puff piece ran past me, twisted to avoid their mindless trajectory. Look at me now! That brute pup could be tried in court. Take it for everything it's worth. Instead, I will take several cycles off with no compensation. The menace continues to run free. Do me a favor, intern. Please, hold all my calls. And pass along well wishes. The rest of the crew are assuredly hard at work on. I'm gonna tip you over. Don't you talk shit about Puff Piece. I can't imagine 5 cans a day. 2 cans a day was already financially strenuous as hell. It's expensive and it adds up. All right, what's our board game today? Looks like someone got the star in Cosmos' Celestial Dream Date. The literal star. The star is intensely hot. Lucky. A Puff Piece? Who's your little goo dog? Who's your little goo dog? You're a little goo dog. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Hey, Cryptid. Hell yeah. Thank you for the daily crawlers. Look at him schmoo. Look at him walk. Just strutting their stuff down the runway. I feel like, Cryptid, are you aware of a person named Perrin? A streamer named Perrin? Because I feel like they have some amazing cursed Kirby emotes that fit a crawler vibe. I don't think I have a Perrin button. Am I spelling their handle right? I am not spelling their handle right. Shoot. There it is. They have some wonderful art, but they also have some beautiful, beautiful Kirby emotes that I feel like are pretty silly and you might enjoy. They do a lot of like fairy work too. Just really pretty stuff. This game is Times and Galaxy. You're basically the first reporter robot that's ever made, and we're going through our internship, and it's just a whole cast of adorable, interesting characters, and fun stories. It's got some good writing. It's got some good humor. The only thing that I feel that is a little hard, just because I'm not really good at it, is a lot of conversations are, you only get one try. And so you have to kind of vibe check them and know what questions are best to ask. And I'm not a reporter. Like I don't got that social foo. So like, there's been a lot of situations where it's like, I just don't find a lot because I don't know the right questions to be asking. So it can be a little hard in that aspect. I also feel like I would benefit more if there's a lot of save slots. So like you could save and then do a whole bunch of interacting to figure things out. But I don't. I'm just going straight on through. And so we're just making the best of what we find. Anyway, good dog. Sprocket! I was just, scolding Puff Piece for making a mess again. Alright, so I got a soft spot for this little goo ball. Don't tell anyone, okay? Puff Piece gurgles happily. I hope no one asks me to put out that flaming ring over there again. Alright, water cooler bot. Lava lamp. Yeah, it's a slime dog. And since we're a newspaper, it's named Puff Piece. All right, let's see how the ants are doing. They were building something last time we looked. Oh, the ants have transformed the ant farm, container and all, into a ship. This is actually space scanner faring? Hopefully this isn't a doomed voyage. Interesting. I wonder if next cycle the ant tank is going to be flying around. All right, time to be a piss bot. We've successfully changed our oil. The art of this game is really good. It is very cool. Signatures in permanent ink on the wall permanently. Priority query. Who would do this? Are they taunting Janitor Bot? The signatures are from interns. Interns did this. Updating internal definitions. Now defining interns as the least experienced, but most capable of doing the most damage. Synonyms: menace, monster, miscreant, not to be trusted. Janitor Bot is not mad. Janitor Bot is disappointed. Don't clean this up. Error, error, error. You find this mess appealing? You contradict Janitor Bot's very mandate. You seek to torment Janitor Bot. Janitor Bot will take this up with Ursula. Please do not attempt to hide or erase these crimes against cleanliness. They are now considered evidence. Janitor Bot, you gotta relax, buddy. Damn it! Who keeps leaving the damn fridge open? All right, let's see if the twins have anything to say. Nothing from the twins, but we do have something from Pharrell. Dreki! I'm adding articles to my portfolio. Which do you think is a better addition? My story on veterans reminiscing about the 5 Minutes War? Or what about the fart raid on Og? Fart raid for sure. You're right. That story was important. Lodestar article in any journalist's career. I had to keep my portfolio current with my best stuff, which is almost always my most recent. Download it all and keep the files close. These archives are thorough, but good to keep your own records, just in case. Case of what? Case they turf you, fire you, just cut you off due to disagreement over what's acceptable to print. Sure, maybe things seem great right now. You should never trust your bosses to take care of you. They can cut you off on a whim, decide to go in a different direction, fire you outright. You learn one thing in your internship here. Let it be, your independence is key. Your worth is your own. Too true, Pharrell. Too true. What's up, Copybot? I am curious, Dreki. Do you write for fun? I try, but it's difficult. I understand. Words are like raw materials. You can build a great deal with them. Different builds require different skills. I write poetry. Quite a lot of poetry, actually. Freeform, mostly. I find it so liberating, casting off the confines of grammar. And sometimes, even spelling. I almost feel naughty admitting as much. It was Becca who started me down my poetic path. She has been nothing but encouraging. I suppose we have a little scanner poetry club. Just us two as members. I would join that club. We would very much like to have you as a member. Your internship is almost over, is it not? Perhaps if you are able to extend your job, you will make it official. Cute. Cute. Also, most every character has like flirt dialogue options now and then. Let's talk to our union rep. Oh, hi Dreki. I was just catching up on the Muncho draft. It was historical. So many new players. So much promise in the field of interesting poison. Do you miss it? I'd be lying if I said I didn't bring up old memories. Those nerves before a tournament. When you question the strength of your own stomach lining. Wondering, will it hold up under extreme assault? It's truly a rush that has no Dorply equal. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'd love to take you out on an adventure. Speaking of flirt options, I bet. There was even a mouthwash company that was interested in sponsoring me. No one better to prove the strength of a fresh breath freshener than a Muncho player. Those days are in the past now. There's a new generation of Muncho players. Stomach linings all pretty and pristine. Ah, youth. If you're not still eating poison, I think it's really cool that you did. Thank you, Dreki. That means a lot. This person I like to call the sports twink, because they cover the sports. Just take poison. So, Muncho is a sport where people consume poisons, and generally things that are unhealthy. Not a lot of people survive a season of Muncho. But it's a really popular sport. The other popular sport is sports ball, which is every ball-based human sport combined into one. Porterbell seems to be going through its pubescence. It's stinky, oily, and kind of moody too. A rainbow corn can be eaten in many ways, but not typically as popcorn. When heated, each kernel explodes into glittery dust. It gets absolutely everywhere. One mouth of the bending never-was is screaming. Another is muttering under its breath. A third is reciting what sounds like Humadian gardener funeral rites. Muncho says you probably like the Hunger Games are popular. In a way, aren't they both Hunger Games? All right, no one over here. Let's talk to Joe and Becca. Enough, Joe. I gave you the path. Fly it already. No, it'd be faster if we arc around the moon. You're the pilot, not the navigator. You're forgetting half the math. Yes, I'm the pilot, the one in the hot seat. My job is to get us there as fast as possible. And my job is to get us there safely. Let me do my job. Becca, let me do mine. Fight, 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 fight. Don't fight! This isn't fighting, Dreki. This is Joe being aggravating and wrong. I'm not... fine. The dealer scoops us and Ursula comes calling. You're explaining why we didn't arc the moon. Happy to do so. In an uncrashed ship. I still think you should arc the moon. Sounds cool. You've made the right choice. I sure have. See, Joe? The robo understands. You two a team now? Conspiring against speed itself? Damn shame that. You'll get over it at the time we get there. Safely. Let's go already. Engine thrusters. Alright. Let's go see what's to eat today. Green snack. Welcome on by. We are now 200% snake. A bone crusher bud has emerged from the soil. Seems to hold your gaze, completely unafraid. Love your TV mom. Aw, thank you. It comes with a blanket. It is made by Velvi. I actually think they opened up another batch of the little blinky cheapies. So it could be a person to put on the radar. Dreki. I find sometimes I come to this garden, in truth, hoping to see a planet from home. Like the wallowing weeper seems to understand my pain. Pain? You see, my life on Og was complicated. Always drawn to the finer things. Born to a planet of violence and junk. To fit in, I embraced a life of violence. I had myself entangled with the ominous Shivers gang. So this is why you're always trailing off mysteriously. Yes, it's true. Art was my only way out. Wrote a musical called Greasy. About something I thought every auger could get behind. A diesel fuel service station. When the Shivers, my own brothers, found out, they broke up our opening night, and I ran. Got in a pickup interplanetary vessel, and found my way here. It's messed up. I don't fear the Shivers anymore. Their attentions are so fickle. I'm sure they moved on as soon as the next rusty thing caught their eye. I can never go back. Why not? You not heard a word I said? Please keep whatever stuck in that thick metal skull of yours confidential. Not for me, oh no. But for everyone else's sake. It can be terribly detrimental for morale. To have one's heroes fall from grace. I do consider myself to be somewhat of a lauded figure around these parts. Yeah, sure, bud. Anyway, what's to eat? Hey, theater kid, John. He is a pretentious theater person. All right, so we got some scalloped biohash, organic, nice. Some tanker tots with optional grease gravy. Nah, that grease gravy is mandatory. All right, so the zeal, they have bright sickles stored in a light safe box. Verge, ground beef, sans beef. They have ground. Got it. Hey, Food Beast, what do you got today? Oh. With a name like Foodbot, it's a good thing I like making food. Okay, Food Beast, calm down there, bud. Terrible. Just terrible. Service on this ship used to be so much better. Hi! Birthday raid, it's a birthday raid. Birthday raid, it's a birthday raid with a birthday gremlin! Kai, I hope you had a fantastic evening. I know y'all had so many amazing people. Snake and a burrito. Yeah, exactly. I have a nice little blankie. If y'all don't know Kai, either coming over from the raid, or you were vibing here and have now met Kai for the first time, you have got to check them out. Kai is such a wonderful, amazing artist. I managed to snag one fun art piece from them, which turned into this amazing glitchy AI Dreki that was so cool, and I love it so much. Kai is amazing peoples, and I see a lot of cool people coming in on that raid. Sheesh. Kalos, A-Cakes, Reda, Lupus, even a generic NP. Jen, you're never generic around these parts. You're our special little NPC, okay? Birthday crawlers for Kai. Exactly. Kai, if you have to raid and run, that is no scale off of my tail. At the very base, bare minimum, though, I demand you stand up, wiggle around, leave a piss, take a water, and grab some snacks. All right, I'll hydrate. If you're coming over here for the first time and don't know me, hi, I'm Dreki Draconic Serpent, Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the internet. And I'm playing Times and Galaxy. We're the first reporter robot, and we're doing an internship. It's a game with a lot of really colorful, fun characters, and I'm having a lot of fun doing silly voices for them. And I did shout them out again recently, but I see more people talking about the model. I am merely the puppeteer. The artist in rigor is the wonderful Velvi, who created this cute, adorable chibi masterpiece that even has a blankie. The stretches are indeed needed. Yeah, y'all were doing some heckin' artin', and perhaps even some farting. All right, I gotta do my own stretches real quick. Absolute autistic chaos. Oh. Let's see what gravity has to say. Stochastic ream. Yeah, I love covering Kai's screen with little cars mix and little beep beeps all over the place. Foodbot is highly skilled in food production. Where's the service? You used to have good service on this ship. You have to come down to the cafeteria for starters. The food was delivered to you. Your desk, your bunk, wherever, whenever. Foodbot would bring you your meal. She seemed happy to do so, I might add. But then Ursula said Foodbot was never supposed to do that. That she didn't want to, especially not very late at night. And she should be recharging. News to me. What's the point of having a Foodbot then? Eating in the cafeteria is so degrading. Maybe it's time to go write another restaurant review. Fuck you, Gravity. All the pretentious people, I'm just like, fuck you. Okay. We need to check the engineering bit. Oh, and reception. Reception and engineering still. Hey, reception bot. You should go talk to Arwen. I heard something juicy about your assignment. Okay. Are we juicing something? Oh, hey, fellow intern. What's up? Yar seems unusually dejected this cycle. Oh, it's you, Dreki. What's grinding your circuits? Nothing for the likes of you to be concerned about. Yar's goose sloshes uncomfortably. They seem to be thinking, well, if you must know, my internship is ending. I got offered the job. Wow, congrats! Yes. Although it was never in doubt. But the dealer also offered me a job. A better title. The benefits package is more competitive, to be honest. I'd be leaving the Times. This is what I wanted. Personally, I'm not sure. What am I doing talking to you about it? Like you know anything. That sounds like a tough choice. It is. Not something you know anything about. Your size. They suddenly seem a bit defeated. But it was your choice. What would you do? Should I stay or should I go now? Or I guess, should I stay or should I go now? I can't believe you brutalized me. We've been dipped in the inky darkness. I think I'll stay. Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you? You don't want to see me moving on to bigger and better things. Right, my title would be better than yours? No way. I have to go send some communications. Watcher, watching. Oh, let's see what the doctor bot has to say. Better have some kind of official business, intern. Busy right now. The surgery hole is in use. Cool, what are you doing in there? What do you think? I am treating an illness. Now go away and stop making a racket. Someone's sick? Oh no! Calm your coolants. I'll be fine. Only thing is, I didn't forget their name. It was something Zeal? Sounded like Borin? Doran? You should learn your patients' names. I don't need to know their names to fix them. Lauren? Ah, Orin! That's who it was. Got the gloops. The goops? No, the gloops! Much worse than the goops. Zeal's goo gets all runny. It can be fatal. Almost never is. It's just really annoying. Slosh around in their tank. Sometimes a bit of them leaks out the vents. That's why I have Orin tucked safely inside my sterile surgical field. There won't be any spills, and I like the taste. Now I'm sick of talking to you. Go away! I like hanging out with you. The feeling is not mutual. Go away so I can focus on healing. Chew. Get. Go on. Get, ball. All right, nothing with mechanic this cycle. What about Shuttlebot X? Okay, so she's here. Hey, Shuttlebot X. Hey, Dreki. Did you come to join the game? The game? What kind of game? We play bi-moonly holo card tournament with a lot of arcane rules. It's called Arcane Rules. That's the name of the game. Cool, can I join? I want to say yes, of course. But there's kind of a policy. Maybe ask Martina. She's the one who organizes things. Oh, please give me a starter deck. I want to play. Hey, you pipsqueak. Just waiting for the gang. Few of us meet here for a bi-moonly holo card tournament. Can I join? I'm afraid we have a strict non-newbie policy. You see, we'd be here for cycles, just teaching you. I had to say, we play a game of arcane rules. Literally called Arcane Rules. What are some of the rules? Rules are an interlocking series of puzzles themselves. Dependent first off on the solar weather during the cycle of play. Once the players have solved for weather, an equation involving the 5 solar poles, the rules of play begin to be unlocked. Do you want to hear more? Sure, go on. Then, it's the player to the right of the last winner. During the winner's last meal, If no player was present during that meal, we must determine who was northernmost, based on the game's maps, some of which remain unlocked. It's the player who is on cleanup. That sounds awesome. Thanks, Dreki. With all due respect, you should scram. You won't want to be an interloping intern. On the 24D die and holo cards. And the rooks on giant bird pieces come flying out. It'll already be a full house. Just a bit of arcade rules humor for you. Have a good cycle, Dreki. See you round. All right, let's go see what our interesting story is going to be this cycle.
There you are. I've secured an exclusive interview with Zeal Prime, usually unquestioned ruler of the entire solar system. After discussing it with Ursula, we'd like you to do it. Journalism is about standing up to authority and holding truth to power. No greater power or authority than Zeal Prime's.
Can't say I'm surprised you'd pick me. Why me?
Your internship is nearly over. Time for a proper test of your skills. Zeal Prime is a notoriously tricky interview. May not get much time or many questions. There are 3 topics you can focus on. One would be a profile of Zeal Prime. They remain a bit of an enigmatic figure. German suggested instead to focus on the economy. He says Prime has been cagey when trying to explain why bucks have been stagnant for so long. There are also rumors that Zeal Prime is having an affair. I would personally hate to see you focus on that. But Ursula was adamant in the early meeting that readers will eat it up. May want to focus on one topic, or ask a variety of questions. How you choose to cover this story is up to you. Regardless, you're ready, Dreki. This is what you were made for. Literally, because you're a reporter robot. A roboporter. A roporter, if you will. Time for the final boss of news personing. Snoozing. All right, let me get the filter ready. Wow, an internship with Zeal Prime, the unquestioned authority of all Dorp. You must really think you know what you're doing. Zeal Prime interview! Damn, no music? This is serious business. Oh, hi there! I'm Hattie Gibbous. It's a bad name, but it's the only one I got. You here to see Zeal Prime too? I'm actually here to see this incredible waiting room. Isn't it divine? I especially love the beautiful portrait of Zealy over there. I wish that goop over there would be a better host, though. I mean, I came all this way. I was being sarcastic. How long have you been waiting? I haven't been waiting that long, really. Maybe, 7 cycles? Compared to the trip to Central Station, that's space peanuts. How'd you get to Central Station? To get here, I stowed away in a robot-y barge from Og. Before that, a raw material freighter from Humania to Og. Freighters move slow, barges even slower. I think it took 174 cycles total to get here. Also counting the layover in Og. Hattie shudders. What happened on Og? How long have you been a fan of Zeal Prime? Just about as long as I've been alive. I was raised in Prime's gooey shadow. When I die, I'll be absorbed and become just another part of the great goo that makes this solar system so special and gross. You seem to really like Zeal Prime, Hattie. They say that Zeal Prime knows
everything there is to know. What happened, what's happening, and what's about to happen. I want to know what's going to happen to me. I can tell what happened. You know what? You believe Zeal Prime knows what'll happen to you? I have to believe that. If I don't believe, what else is there except the vast emptiness of outer space? Okay, bye! Uh-huh. We have been waiting for you to arrive. Rude of you to leave the great Zeal Prime waiting. It's not like you are busy. I traveled as quickly as possible. I'm sure that you did your best. Doesn't change the fact you made the great Zeal Prime wait. You may proceed into the Prime Chamber when you're ready. But remember, you only get 3 questions. No more, no less. Actually, you can ask less. What if I ask more than 3? You don't ask more. 3 questions. The Great Zeal Prime's chamber is through that door. Please stay inside the stations. Touch nothing. And remember, 3 questions. Damn. Would it kill them to put out a few magazines or snacks? A poster depicting Zeal Prime, a proud, massive Zeal, somehow surviving, even thriving, outside of a goop tank. The accompanying slogan claims that there's a little bit of everyone inside Zeal Prime. Visitors normally take a number to determine when they see Zeal Prime, but you can go right in. The handler said so. Okay, but what if I just leave? I'm here to interview you, but you know what? Never mind. I decided against it. Okay, I guess the eyes are like the person's costume. Because the person's costume has like the... So it seems like the costume's half made, but it's actually accurate. Oh, there's Lester. Look right in omnipotent Zeal Prime. Nah, I'm just kidding. You're Dreki, all systems first ever robo reporter. How do I know that? I'm Zeal Flippin' Prime, baby. I know pretty much everything there is to know around here. That includes not just the meaning of life, but the meaning of every life. Also some black hole in the wall joints with truly delicious grub. Speaking of which, you must be hungry for knowledge. You can ask me anything. I'm all about transparency, because I'm all translucent gloop. Oh, but only 3 questions, Kay. I got a lot of Zeal Prime stuff going on. Choosing topics don't count as a question. Still, use your time wisely. You're not what I expected. I bet you're expecting someone taller, right? It's totally the shoes. Anyway, now you've got 2 questions. I'm basically a genie, but with questions. Well, that wasn't a question. What a weird loophole! And a nice try. I'm not gonna allow it, though. 3 questions and or comments. We start for reals now. What would you like to ask about now? The salacious rumors, alien interest, or informational? I feel like we gotta know about the Goop Meister Prime. I love to talk about myself. It's my favorite topic. What do you want to know? Tell me, who's the real Zeal Prime? What are you vibing with lately? Have a wonderful, rejuvenating eep, Lupus, and thanks for stopping on by. What are you vibing with? What's your playlist? Your first question. Lately, I've been prepping for my end of rotation poem. I do one on the regular. Keeps the system motivated and inspired. Wanna hear some of it? Yeah, let's preview your poem. Zeal Prime clears their throat, or whatever Zeal have in there that allows them to speak. My Dorp system friends and supplicants, I'm here with another Zeal Prime cut. If you haven't died yet, hit that up. And if you had, that's too bad. I'm sorry for the loss of yourself. Hopefully Ghost Life is pretty good though. And that's what I got so far. What do you think? Wait, don't answer that. I don't take criticism well. What, Talos? What you got? What you serving up? I can't believe you did that. Where did that come from? Comrade! Thank you for contributing to the cause of stealing from Bezos. It's weird how that fired out of sync. So I thought you threw a fistful of stuff, but then that happened. I think it needs an edit. Wow. I'm starting to regret okaying your design. Kidding? Everyone in Dorp is entitled to an opinion. Even if that opinion's trash and should be jettisoned into a void. Who's the real Zeal Prime? Your second question! I wish I knew the real me, to be honest. I don't know where I came from, or why I am even here. I just know that no goop has come before me, at least here in the Dorp system. The station arrived one day with me in it. I awoke, started separating small morsels of myself to make new Zeal. Then they explored the solar system and cool robo bodies that are already built. What you are based on, actually. It's all going pretty well out there, I think. All I really get to do is vibe. Honestly, it gets pretty lonely being Zeal Prime. What's next for the Dorp system? Your third and final question. Dorp is doing just fine without my intentions. It's full of unique and wonderful lizard people. Goops aplenty, as well as humans, robos, and whatever those badge things are. I'm here if something goes wrong, but right now things are pretty decent. So my plans for the foreseeable millennia are more chill than you'd think. But if you need an answer, maybe we should build a space hospital. Like a hospital, but it's in space. When people get hurt, space is kind of far otherwise. People still get hurt, right? Oop, looks like that's the end of our time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really must get back to my many duties. So many duties. Help. Help me. Help me with my duties. I hope you enjoy the emotes, Kylos. It's never necessary, but always appreciated. Oh, I thought I could tell them about Zeal. Did they smell extremely good? That's weird. We spoke with Zeal Prime. Right. Go ahead and get rid of everything. Okay. Okay, so... Well, Lonesome Leader. Prime's huge! Dabbling in poetry. Knowledge of everything. Secluded Leader. 3 questions. Plans for hospital. You're doing fine. Okay, do we want poetry? There's more well, if we do Prime Knows All, then... I like to have a variety, but it seems like knowledge is the best one. Plans for hospital? 3 questions. What about color? Baron waiting room. Where's the... Yeah, the Prime costume. Exactly. They were a very silly person. So hi, Dreamer. I hope you're doing well. Alright. I think this is our story. The first Zeal of Dorp system tells all. As the oldest Zeal in Dorp and leader of Central Station, Zeal Prime has knowledge of both the meaning of life and of all lives, or so they claim. Zeal Prime announced an intention to build a space hospital, as in a hospital, but in space. I know pretty much everything there is to know around here, said Zeal Prime after demonstrating at least a knowledge of their visitor list. Zeal Prime Superfan was dressed in crudely constructed Zeal Prime costume. Submit. Hi, Dreamer. I hope you have a wonderful rejuvenating eep. Thanks for stopping on by. Cycle 16. Close to the end of our internship. I think 17 is when it's done. Ooh. Is this MC Escher chess? 6-dimensional chess. This game was over before it even began, and unfortunately you lost. Try working on your time defense skills. I am so bad at time passant. It's like en passant, but like in the 4th dimension. Hello, intern Dreki. Or should a janitor bot say goodbye? Accessing record. You have been an adequately unnecessary intern. Others have brought janitor bot much grief / sadness / overtime work. Your mess has been mostly contained to your desk. Mostly. Glad I didn't make your job harder. Oh, every being here makes janitor bot's job harder. Bringing in mess, parasites, invasive particles. Yet in doing so, they also bring janitor bot purpose. Or so janitor bot's programming says. Your final messes will vanish like all messes do. When faced with janitor bot's mighty and efficient cleaning regiment, other interns will replace you, bringing more or less mess than you did. Their messes will cause janitor bot emotion, agony, too. But you have spoken with janitor bot like you have, attempted to glimpse the beautiful, tragic truth behind the popular cleaning regiment. So for that, janitor bot thanks you, and will save our conversation files to reflect on sometimes. Now leave, so you do not scuff the floor any further than you already have. Hey, water cooler bot. I am mostly water, and yet I cannot cry. Okay, water cooler bot. Ah. Sorry about that. Move my hand and bap the mic. The ants are readying their ship for launch. Wish them luck on their new frontier. Piss spot time. Huzzah. Hey, photography bot. Hey, Space Wad. Bet you're gonna be kicked out soon. Which is great for me. I'd hate to have to actually commit your name to memory. I wish you were less mean. Oh, tough Teflon. You should be happy I never bit you. I was seriously tough. You've been extremely biteable ever since you showed up. You should thank me for my uncharacteristic restraint. Why are you biting people? You're supposed to take photos. Hello, twins. Intern. Well, not for much longer. Soon to be freelancer. Maybe even staff. Possibly Dreki. Who knows? Your future is bright, regardless of the handle we use. We are just proud watchers who have a gift for you. A gift for me? In recognition of your skill, your dutiful reporting, and reportful duties. And thus, we present you with this. The twins pull out a large book of hollow paper. Your name is on the cover. It's a collection of all your clippings. Every story saved. For posterity and reflection. And for remembering you. Even though we're sure we'll see you again. Or your name, at least. In print. We'll keep this gift here for safekeeping. So we don't forget you. Not that we ever would. Thank you for this gift, intern. You didn't have to do that. We'll treasure it always. So thoughtful and off the page. We are grateful for the time we shared. And look forward to your glorious future. Thanks? You got yourself a gift from me? Hey, Becca. Hey, you pipsqueak. Slow day for crime. Which admittedly is not great for me, but good for the greater dorp. With your internship almost over, it'd be time to make you a surprise. Any guesses what it might be? Dumbbells? You kidding me? I know I may not act like it, but there's more to life than getting ripped and or toned. Besides, dumbbells would be useless to a non-organic being. No offense. I made you a cake! A protein-rich, high-density super cake. Made entirely out of porterbell. You know, the famed meat plant? It grows fruit that tastes and smells and looks exactly like raw meat. It bleeds when you cut it. See those confetti-like details? Plant pallets. Aw, you shouldn't have. It's the least I could do. You've been a bang-up intern. And one righteous robo-reporter. She gives you a backslap that nearly sends you flying across the room. Heck, you deserve a permanent gig here, Dreki. Moonrock's written for ya. She takes a fistful of bloody cake, winks, and walks away. Soda, 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 soda. No soda. Ah, my eye. Ursula wants less fear-mongering from me. So here it is. My finest column. An ode to love, my boyfriend, Girdled Greggs. Aw, that's cute. Well, sure, it is cute. My love is of vital importance to all of our readers. And most newspaper articles are about facts. Necessary but dull. Columns like mine are where papers get to think and feel. They offer something more than just reporting. They're the beating heart of the paper. Sometimes that heart needs to be vulnerable and open, instead of tough and questioning. That's what Gernald tells me anyway. And he's right. So this column honors our love. But what about after No. Fuck no. That's nice of you. I'm sure Gernald would love it. I know he will, because my column ends in a Oh no! Oh no! Gravity, no! Don't do that! Don't make a public proposal in the newspaper column! No! I just know he'll say yes, because we talked about it before. Then we'd be wed. The social event to see and be seen at. That's just how smooth I am, intern. Wait, you are the new intern, right? I've been here for 16 cycles, Richard. Ah, you all look the same to me. I'm a robot! Well, good luck with your internship. I'm sure you learned a lot from me. Oh, and most importantly, you want an official Richard Gravity autograph. Send a request and a non-refundable deposit to my fan page. You'll receive a signed glossy photo in 8 to 10 business cycles. That was Gernald's idea. See? His genius knows no bounds. One of the many reasons he's deserving of this column. Better finish it without delay. GQ to leave. Okay, but did he actually... Was he actually okay with the proposal, or was he just like, hey, that's fine making a lovey-dovey column? Hi, Dueling Long. Yeah, well, I got a pretty small tail today, because I'm a tiny snake. I'm itty bitty. I'm just a little guy. What about you, for real? And furthermore, they hated this one. Dreki, read this. Pharrell shows you a message. Well, more of a screed about one of Pharrell's articles. The language? Colorful. The tone? Unforgiving. Makes multiple demands that Pharrell be fired. Pretty impressive, right? Pull that much hate out of a stranger. Now to write my response. You're gonna reply to this? What was the article about? This was about how archaic the parking rules on Prido are. Pretty simple story. Prido has its systems. You question them at your own risk. Well, I feel a bit set up, to be honest. They did name me the questionable one. What else did they expect? Still, I'm very nice in my replies. People like to throw their feelings into letters like these. Cast them off into the world. And expect me to cower in the face of their opinion. They rarely expect a direct response, especially not a polite one. I rarely hear back again. What about when you do hear back? I usually bump it up the ladder for Arwen or Ursula to deal with. Well, they often chew me out for engaging. But I had to tell them I was being polite. And I was. They really can't be mad at me. After all, they let the article run, so it becomes their problem. And that's that. As the questionable one, people expect ridiculous things out of me. But being questionable doesn't always mean making the most outrageous choice. But keeping them guessing. Never let them pin you down, Dreki. You're predictable. They'll write you off. But if you're unpredictable, some deep part of them wants to see what you'll do next. And that's worth something. Dreki! Here we are, the end of your internship. I'm really gonna miss having you on board. I liked your spunk. I'll miss you too. I have a funny feeling you'll be back. You're too good not to keep. We can't let the dorp dealer steal you, can we? Oh, but no matter what happens, you have to guest on my podcast. It's called Chillin' with Chlun. I chat with guests about arts and happenings all across Dorp. You could even be a regular if you wanted. That sounds great. I'd totally be on a podcast with you. Great. We can figure out the scheduling later. That's always the hardest part. But I only ask people I really respect. You've done good here, intern. Thanks for everything.
Dreki. Can't be at a historic moment. But the paper and myself. They're casually discussing the merits and demerits of Trato de Joy with Chillon. They've recommended that I co-write their next theater review with them. The play is a classic, spawn crazy, and exuberant farce, which I originally saw in the West End of space.
Congratulations.
The next step will be convincing Arwen, with Chillon's credentials, my superior knowledge. How could they deny us? But my enthusiasm, I almost forgot. It's almost the end of your time here, is it not? Don't say this often, but you have done excellent work here at the Times and Galaxy, Dreki. All the best with your future endeavors. Oh, and thank you for the other cycle for lending an antenna about my past life, and for your discretion about it all. I am your humble servant. And honestly, I never say things like that.
He bows deeply.
Easy does it. And there it is. Another perfect sentence from me. Though I must say, intern, you've had a couple of winners in your past few stories.
Name one of my winning sentences, please.
Oh, if I pointed it out. Don't let it go to your head. You're only as good as your next sentence. Eyes on the future. On telling the next story in an honest and compelling way. Which, against all odds, you've managed to start doing. Again, my influence at work. Keep it up, intern. Or should I say, Dreki? Go forth and report.
Copybot is frantically editing a story. No, no, no. This is not possible. I lost all my changes. I must work. Please, tell me work. You always work. This is true. Much like you, I was built to work. Copybot motions to their desk, with scores of hollow notes neatly arranged in rows and piles. Then their demeanor shifts. They frantically gather up the hollow notes. They seem embarrassed, like there's something in there that you weren't supposed to see. As Copybot struggles to hold all the hollow notes in their steel, now trembling hands, one note falls to the floor. Oh no, wait! Bury me in red sand. I will emerge eons later, rusted. Copybot snatches the hollow note out of your hand. Is this some kind of creative writing? It is a poem I am working on, but it is not finished. Copybot tucks the poem away where you can't read another word. I need to get back to work.
Dreki! Look, I'm not good at goodbyes or potential goodbyes, so I won't say goodbye. Instead, I'll say, great work, intern Dreki. Solid hustle. You gave it 110%, left it all on the court. Or whatever else you were covering the story. I demand you say goodbye to me. Let's continue the post-game appraisal of me. Haha, sure. You always kept your wits about you. Relied on good fundamentals when things got tricky. You pushed back against some real tough stories. Drove the right questions to your subjects. Total team player. That makes me feel good. Thanks, Billy. Well, you deserve it. You certainly made this newsroom feel lively. I hope you get to do so again in the future. Just like that, you're off the ship. You're off, huh, Sprockets?
Bigger and better things? I hope to come back. You've earned yourself a place on this masthead. I don't think it'll be too long till you're back. If you're lucky, you'll get to stick around for as long as I have. Till then, Sprockets, don't be a stranger. I feel like talking to everyone before talking to Arwen in this situation is being very silly. Bone Crusher is now objectively fearsome. You have never seen more intimidating little plant friend. Good thing it sleeps for practically its entire existence. Alright, today we have parched Prytonian fungus with an optional rehydration packet. Crushed can hash with sealant rings. Nice, nice. Ooh, UV prisms for the zeal. And mixed sand with soapstone garnish for the verge. Mmm. The soapstone's really nice. You know, it helps clean your teeth and freshen your breath. Hey, ya honey gears. I wanted to ask you something. You've had time to try a good few of my dishes now. Is there one you like best? There is. That's what I was hoping. What was your favorite then? Mac and bees. Oh, great choice. Foodbot's giddy exterior becomes somber for a moment. You know, I heard the internships are coming to an end soon. I wanted to say, I hope you'll be sticking around. I know the cook beast and I would miss you fierce if you were gone. You just brightened up this cafeteria. I hope I get to stay. The beast? Yes, the cook beast, of course. Cook beast is my sous chef. I can't believe I never mentioned it. From the bowels of the kitchen comes an ominous snarling. We both miss you terribly. So I hope you stay with the times and galaxy. Consequences approach. Do not stop. Thanks, Cook Beast. Hey, Union Rep. Hi there, Dreki. I know you're coming to the end of your contract with us. I thought this might be a good time to test the waters and see if you'd be interested in becoming officially affiliated. Affiliated with what? Oh, affiliated with me. Like, going steady. I had such a great time at the Prytocracy, so it wasn't just the progressive messaging about their songwriting. Coupled with them truly out of this galaxy instrumentals. It was being with you. What do you say? Huh. Interesting. This is the first character that's like, tried to initiate. Well, no. I guess being mostly direct, because our fellow intern kinda was trying to start something and then we shut it down. But I had a great time too. I just don't think I'm ready to commit to anything serious. Not while I'm an intern. Plus, a robot. Now to be clear, a casual relationship isn't really for me. It's like with the union. You're either in or you're out. Sounds like you're out. Your loss. All right. Got a couple handful more people to talk to, and then it's time to see if we're fired or if we're hired. Fucking Seto Kaibo ass. Dreki, did you do this? Plant the Wallowing Weeper? Oh, 100 thank yous. I've missed this plant so much. But it's just so sad. It looks sad by our usual measures, but really, it's just living life the only way it can. Just like the rest of us. You, me, Bowler, everyone else. Crying as it grows, but growing nonetheless. Yeah, that is pretty mood, now that you pointed it out. How poetic of me. But not exactly suited for the business section. But just as factual all the same. There's a strong smell coming from the swirling Psychopodian tank. Smells like rotten peppermint. That's an awful combination. The porterbell seems incredibly sturdy. Must be a bone-in variety of the species. There's a superstition among humans that a growth of a bending never was is an omen of bad things to come. Some of those same humans believe that tending to a never was, like the scanner is now, allows the gardener to control and contain those bad things. Neat. Rainbow corn is full of vitamins, minerals, and rare vitamin-mineral hybrids called minerals. No mitavins, though. Dang, we'll have to get our mitavins from some other plant. Ah, kid. Take a look at this. Joe hands you his notebook. He's just finished writing something. And that's when I gained a sturdy little sidekick. Dreki was one of the ship's new interns, who charmed us all with squeaky knees, unblinking eyes, and an unquenchable thirst for truth. He made this space house finally feel like a space home. My Memoirs, Volume 2. You made the cut, kid. I'm honored, Joe. I'm proud of you, kid. I have a high bar for inclusion in the memoir. Not everybody makes the cut. Other intern never so much as said hi. You and your work here has been very worthy. Look, what I'm trying to say by putting you in here, that I've really taken a shine to you, kid. Once this memoir is rocketing up the bestseller list all over Dorp, everyone will know it too. But until then, we just gotta have more adventures, don't we? See if you can't make it into Memoirs Volume 3 as well. Will do, Joe.
Hello to my friend Dreki. I'm enjoying a break right now by making up new constellations. Would you like to help me do this?
Isn't it confusing to make up new constellations?
That's what Joe and Becca said at first. But then they started doing it too. To humor me, or because they were bored. Both reasons are valid. Now we have our own shorthand of the entire system. More constellations means more clarity, more options, and especially more fun while flying.
You've convinced me. I will participate.
Yay for you and me. Okay, there's a star right there, and another star right there of it, and then another 2 stars close to the second one. What should we call it?
The 4-star state.
Oh, I see it. There are 4 stars, just like when the name you have given. This is a nice naming you have done, Dreki. Next time we're able to fly by the 4-star state, I will think of you. Oh, that's giving me a great idea. Because it's almost the end of your internship, I'll be giving one constellation the name of Dreki. So I'm always being reminded of you and the stars. Even though I'm hoping you'll be here very soon again. But no matter what, now you'll always be hanging out in my stars.
Aww. Alright. Now it's reception and engineering. And then Ursula. And then Arwen. Or maybe Arwen, then Ursula. I guess reception bot has nothing for us. Interesting. Alright, Doc Bot, what you got?
Oh, intern.
Nice cycle, isn't it? Seem ominously chipper. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm completely normal. This is how I always am. However, this cycle is particularly pleasant for one reason. The mechanic repaired the coffee machine. Finally, I can get my delicious bean liquid fix. I didn't have to drag myself over there. Those infuriating shuttlebots are shockingly easy to bribe. You are morally bankrupt. That's awesome. Right? They love it. Those devious little things. I think they like being involved in something. Anyways, you should leave me alone now. I'm not busy or anything. Just sick of talking to you. There's the bed bot we all know.
Dreki, heard it's your last cycle. How are you feeling?
Scared. I don't know what's next.
I can understand that. When I took the job here, I was terrified. Never left Og before. Didn't know if I liked space. But I'm glad I went. Even if I was a little sad. Leaving people I cared about. Really hope you get to stay. But even if you don't, you can carry those memories with you, you know? Places you lived, places you worked. You could even miss a desk, I think. It's so silly. Sometimes I miss the tool bench I had on Og. There's nothing special about all it. But I miss it anyways. Good luck with whatever your next endeavor is, Dreki. I hope to see you in my shuttle bay again.
Beep. Hey, Dreki. I heard you interviewed Zeal Prime. That's so cool. Were they really huge? Wait, don't tell me. No, do tell me. They were massive. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, just imagining it. Oh, I'd be way too nervous. My conversational circuits would have shorted out, I bet. But hey, this is your last cycle, right? Before your internship ends. These cycles just flew by. I'll see you again, sweet gears. Hopefully I get to stay. That would be great. Aw, Quark, I'd really miss you if you left. But I get it. There's all kinds of space to see out there. If I couldn't stay on the scanner, I think I'd go back to Og. Fix up bots, make scrap contraptions. That might be nice. What about you? If you had to pick a planet to kick it on. Humania is cool. Prido for sure. I go to Og. Let's go to Prido. Ooh, Prido would be awesome. All those cool domes. The weather phenomenons. The crystals. I'd like to see it myself. Sounds fun. But don't forget about the scanner if you go. You gotta keep us in your memory banks. And I'll keep you in mine. Hey, Barry. Barry seems somewhat sober and somber this cycle. Barry, you gonna miss me if I leave? Is that a yes? Maybe Barry won't miss you. Even harder to interpret. What is Barry trying to tell you? I'll miss you if I go, Barry. Oh, a heart. A true expression of your friendship. You did become pals with Barry. Been a wild ride, hasn't it? Farewell, Barry. For now, at least.
Realize you've been with us for 16 cycles. I've been asking Ursula what she has planned for you once your internship's over. But so far, I know nothing about your future. What I do know is your present. I have a couple interesting stories for this cycle. Big robo fight down on Og that Billy can't cover. Oh, and remember those ghosts on Humania? Apparently one of them died. Were invited to the funeral? Do not ask me how that works. Why I think it's a story.
Sure, let's go to the funeral.
Now we know that orphans exist, thanks to your strong reporting. You've been invited to attend an orphan funeral? I have no idea how orphans even die. I'm not sure I want to know, frankly. Some readers are probably curious. That should be interesting.
Alright, so I guess I do have one more mission at least. I'm wondering if an orphan dies, it just becomes born into real life. So like when someone's born, it's just an orphan manifesting. Dreki, this is officially the last cycle of your internship, correct? How are you feeling? I'm scared. Can I have a job? I'm confident. No worries at all. Well, that's good to hear, I suppose. But don't think that you can slack just because it's your last cycle. I expect you to get out there and bring me a winning article. Interesting. Kinda surprising the Zeal Prime interview isn't the last story. And the fact that we're still choosing stories means we kinda are missing some stuff. I like how I took the longest way to get to my damn ship.